I am Bruno Msa, General Secretary of Mizoram Bru Displaced People Forum. First of all, the Bru community is the genuine citizens of India. Most of the Bru population are found in Tripura and Mizoram, followed by Assam, and few families are living in Manipur. Bru of Mizoram is the indigenous and aboriginal citizens of Mizoram who have been living there since time immemorial past. According to the historian, the Bru community has set foot in the soil of Mizoram prior to the Mizo community who claim the majority people in the state. Still then, the Bru are neglected, downtrodden, suppressed and oppressed in the state of Mizoram. They are very poor. They are living hand to mouth, surviving by doing the shifting cultivation, slash and burn cultivation. And they are working as a slave in private personal plantation, farms and all. And whatever work available in their surrounding areas, they used to work for their survival. Moreover, their girls and boys, children have to stay in the personal house in towns and cities, Lungle Aizo, Mamit, and so on, for survival of their families. Not only inside the state, many of them have migrated outside the state in search of their livelihood. They are engaging in hotel, restaurant, and brick factory, cement factory, iron and soap factory, so on. Not only in India, some of the youth are migrating to the Singapore, Dubai, even in Japan also. The condition of the Bru is economically very backward, socially very backward. They don't have education. There is no any scope for political development. Therefore, some educated youth among the Brus who have learned up to class 10 and above have a strong feeling of stepmotherly treatment done by the government of Mizoram and treatment of the second-class citizens of the state. They have no any other alternative but to demand autonomous district council to safeguard their ethnic identity, culture, tradition, and to develop their economical condition, political condition, and educational condition. The other minority tribe who are living in Mizoram, like Chakma, Lai and Mara, have got the autonomous district council in the southern part of Mizoram in 1972. They are the lesser population than the Bru, and simultaneously the Mar community who are living northern part of Mizoram also got the Chinlunghip Development Council in 1994. To develop our culture, identity, languages and religions, the Bru has formed one of the political platform called Riang Democratic Party. So this Riang Democratic Party had mergers in Bharatiya Janata Party in 1993 when the BJP party has entered into Mizoram. So they have 5 candidates from this political party, and all of them stood in the third position in the election result. Then again, the Bru National Union was formed at Putlungasi village in 1994 to pursue the demand of Autonomous District Council for protection of the Bru ethnic community. Accordingly, they have intensified to demand the Autonomous District Council and organize one special conference on 23rd and 24th September 1997 at Saipuli village. The demand of Autonomous District Council raised by the Bru is totally unwanted and strongly reacted for the majority Mizo people in Mizoram. Accordingly, they formed Joint Action Committee. They visited every Bru villages and found the delegates who have presented in the conference and press upon them to withdraw from their demand to cancel the resolution. Accordingly, one of the Mizo Zilaipol sub-headquarters of Mamit went to the Rengdil village and organized a meeting, and at night they made a loud slogan to leave the Bru from Mizoram or to withdraw their demand of Autonomous District Council unless there will be untoward incident towards the Bru. So hearing the slogan of the MZP of Mamit sub-headquarters, many Bru family, innocent people, went to their neighboring state of Khedachera for the first displaced person of Mizoram. One of the game watcher, Mr. Lalzom Liana, was killed by the Tripura-based extremists in 21 October 1997. Therefore, hundreds and thousands of Mizo youth under the banners of Young Mizo Association went to the spot of the incident to search the dead body. Many Bru have entered into the BSF camp of Tuipuibari. The SIB department of Tuipuibari also saved them. Even then, on way back home to their towns and cities, the Mizo people burned the houses of Brus at Tuipuibari, New Chika and Bunghun on that particular day. Then the MZP sub-headquarters also issued a quick notice to Mizoram. Therefore, the Bru, the peace-loving community, are bound to flee from Mizoram towards the Assam, Tripura, and wherever the place which they have found safety to protect their life and property. They have run to various directions and they lost their family members. They meet again after 1 month or two at relief camps of Tripura and Assam. Many people died on the way, and even they didn't found the place to bury the dead body and do the cremation also. The Tripura government distributed the immediate free ration, whereas the Assam government did not distribute even a bit of ration for the displaced persons who are living in makeshift camps in Assam. So knowing this critical condition and pathetic condition of the displaced Bru, one of the Hindu organization called Akhil Bharatiya Vanavansi Kalyanashram, working for the tribal people in India has intervened on the issue of the Bru displaced person, and they have collected the relief facility like ration, clothes, medicine, etc., and distributed to the Bru displaced person who are living in the camps. Accordingly, the leaders of Bru National Union and Bru Student Association have been brought to New Delhi to meet Honorable Prime Minister, Home Minister, and other concerned department and ministry, human rights groups, to give the immediate relief ration as well as to take back the Bru people in Mizoram with dignity and honors. After the delegation met the central government authority along with the Akhil Bharatiya Vanavanshi Kalyan Ashram worker, the central government has sent the then Joint Secretary Mr. G.K. Pillai in the month of June 1998 to verify the actual condition of the Brus, whether the displaced person are deserve to get the central government relief or not. After the submission of the G.K. Pillai about his visit report to the Government of India has approved the displaced person approximately 35 to 40,000 of Brus and extended relief like a ration 450 gram per adult per head and half of the quantity for minor per day and 2.67 paisa per adult per head and half of the amount is for minors. In addition to that, 25 grams of salt also given to the adult member per day and half of the quantity is for minors, and one pair of chapal have distributed once in 2 years, and coconut oil at the rate of 20 rupees distributed per month. These are the relief facilities which are being given to the displaced Bru people until today. So this relief which is given to the Brus are completely meager and insufficient for survival. Therefore, the Mizoram Bru Displaced People Forum has wrote several memorandum and submitted to the Union of India and State Government of Tripura to increase the amount of cash dole and quantum of ration, because it is very difficult to meet the challenges and the insufficiency of relief due to the increase of the essential commodities day after day. Then the Bru people have to organize one agitation in the capital city of Tripura, Agartala, and after 1 week sit-in demonstration and indefinite hunger strike of 4 days in the month of March, the central government has sent each Joint Secretary Mr. Naveen Verma an increased cash dole from 2.67 to 5 rupees, and then 450 grams to 600 grams of rice given to the Brus displaced persons. There were many talks, bilateral talks, tripartite talks, and four-corner talks were held during last 23 years at Kanchanpur, Damchera, Agartala, Aizawl, Guwahati, and in New Delhi. So all those talks and meetings were inconclusive because the government of Mizoram did not pay heed on the demand raised by the Bru displaced persons. The demand which made by the Bru are very much legitimate and very much constitutional, and it is a humanitarian demand to develop their people educationally, economically, and also to safeguard their cultures and all. So those demands are like formation of cluster village, model villages, and to resettle the Brus at Dampa Sanctuary, where the Bru people have been evicted in 1986 without compensation, and then to accept the displaced Bru who do not have voter identity card, and to include the families who have been displaced from Mizoram in 2009 incidents, and also to construct their dwelling house before the physical repatriation start at Mizoram. So these are the simple demands which have been raised by the Brus, but all these humanitarian needs are also totally neglected and ruled out by the government of Mizoram. Therefore, the Bru displaced person cannot accept to repatriate to Mizoram in spite of their suffering here in relief camp, their miserable condition in the camp. And ultimately, the government of India, under the dynamic and strong leadership of Sri Narendra Modi ji and Amit Shah ji, agreement was signed on 3rd July 2018 involving the central government, state government of Mizoram, and state government of Tripura, and leaders of Mizoram Bru Displaced People Forum. But this demand is not acceptable for the Bru displaced person by and large, and agitated like anything. And then after 13 days of the agreement, that was on 16 July 2018, that the MBDPF has to withdraw from the agreement in the presence of Sub-Divisional Magistrate Kanchanpur, Sub-Divisional Police Officer, and Deputy Collector, State Police, and State Armed Police, and Officer of the Intelligence Department of State and Central. We have to withdraw from our agreement. Even then, the central government did not pay heed on the withdrawal of the MBDPF, and the repatriation has been carried out in a full swing. So those who have repatriated back to Mizoram, they will be getting 2 years more free ration. Those who refuse to return, they will not be getting any bit of ration. So this message has been disseminated in every relief camp and noticed to everybody. Even then, our people are not satisfied. They feel insecure. They do not see any scope for survival under that agreement. Though the government has stopped 1 month free ration in the month of October, in empty stomach, the Bru has to return to Mizoram. So after stoppage of 1 month free ration, the displaced Bru, under the banner of the Mizoram Bru Displaced People Forum, has blockaded the road of Dosda and Anando Bazar. Together get the central government attention and to hold the central level meeting, four corner meeting, to review the agreement. So this blockage of road, this agitation has been widespread throughout the country, and many like-minded persons and NGO has contributed. All possible relief facilities have been distributed to the hungry and desperate people of the displaced Bru. Then in this critical juncture, one of the royal scion of Tripura Kingdom, Mr. Pradyup Kishore Det Burma, intervened on the issue and campaigned like anything to rehabilitate the Bru inside Mizoram, because the Brus are the citizens of India, and Mizoram and Tripura also within the territory of the Indian Union. So there is no any impossible to rehabilitate the Brus. Accordingly, he met the Honorable Union Home Minister and NEDA Chairman, Mr. Himanto Biswa Sarmaji, and met the Honorable Chief Minister. Accordingly, the decision was taken and agreement was signed on 16 January 2020, involving by the central government of Mizoram and Tripura, and then the Mizoram Bru Displaced People Forums and 4 other organizations of Bru displaced persons to resettle in Tripura. So even after the agreement signed on 16 January 2020, there are still lots of problems faced by the Bru people to rehabilitate inside Tripura. The Mizo Convention of Jampui Hill and Kanchanpur Nagarik Suraksha Manch oppose the agreement and against the resettlements of displaced Bru in and the adjoining areas of the Jampui Hills, Kanchanpur of North Tripura. Because of this movement of these 2 organizations made the rehabilitation derail and delay. According to the agreement, resettlement should be completed within 270 days. But till today, because of the 2 organization movement and agitation, Government of India cannot take a final decision. So the future of the Bru who are to stay in Tripura are still uncertain. Whether this pathetic Bru community can be resettled here in Tripura peacefully or not. No one knows what will be their future. So the government of India and state government of Tripura should step forward in a strong manner to rehabilitate the Bru peacefully. Otherwise, the problem will not be sorted out even after the historic agreement was signed. In this situation, everybody should come forward to help the Bru people. Since we are the citizens of India, we want to live a normal life. We want to stay peacefully in our country, India, in our motherland, Tripura and Mizoram.